Hello, Eagles Nation. This is your boy that need no introduction. Right now, I'm eating these. These here are limited edition raspberries that I'm eating. I've already washed them off, and I'm about to get ready to eat some more. Actually, I have already started eating them already, but this is not the reason why I'm making up the video. The reason why I'm making the video is because um, there is a few magazines that I bought pertaining to the NFL draft. I remember stating to you all back here a month ago that I'm going to start buying the magazines and get myself mentally prepared for the draft. Well, so far I just got through reading the final magazine of the NFL draft. I bought 4 of them, and one came in the mail last week. The one that I recently ordered every year. The one I get every year through the mail, it highlights everything from draft class, the war room, all 32 teams, and the way that the analysts are having these teams picking players by position. Now, this, from what I've been told, is the most exciting NFL draft in the past 10, maybe 15 years. I can only say, to me, the last best NFL draft to me was probably the 2004 draft when Eli Manning, Phillip Rivers, and Ben Roethlisberger coming out of that draft class, among other players. And analysts are saying that was the last best draft class in NFL history, and I agree with them on that, because those 3 quarterbacks, out of those 3, only 2 of them got Super Bowl rings. And those 2 got 2 rings apiece. Eli Manning and Ben Roethlisberger, with Phillip Rivers not having a chance to get no Super Bowl ring. It's probably because maybe in the division that he's in, I don't know. But getting an NFL ring, or getting a ring for him that matter, is long far gone, because all 3 quarterbacks are 32, 33, or 34-year-olds. So I don't think Eli Manning get another Super Bowl. He already got 2 already. Roethlisberger might up and get a 3rd Super Bowl ring. We don't know that for sure, but maybe his time has passed. Maybe he hasn't. I don't know. But I know that Phillip Rivers won't be getting one, because he has had many opportunities to have a running back that has gone into the Hall of Fame this year. He's had a few wide receivers, but he got 2 wide receivers now. One of them got named Keenan Allen. I forgot the other boy's name, but overall, those quarterbacks and those receivers are gone from that class. So it's kind of like a new regime of NFL players coming in this year's draft class. Let me get these magazines together so I can give you a good explanation of each one and how I broke them all down. Yeah, here we go. See, I got 4 different magazines, 4 different ones. And this one here is the one that I mentioned to you a minute or 2 ago. This is the one that I get through the mail every year. Draft Digest. If you haven't gotten it, I advise you to go out and get it now before the draft comes, which is in another week or so. If you haven't gotten it, it's probably too late for you. But I get these every year. $10 is not bad for a small size book for draft class magazines. So, with that being said, see who's on the cover? Myles Garrett. It had Deshaun Watson on it, and Leonard Fournette, who these 3 guys are predicted to go between 1 and 10 in the NFL draft class. Now, this magazine here breaks down each and every player per draft class. Now, it also explains free agency winners, over 200 players ranked in every round draft. So, with that being said again, this magazine breaks down each and every player, like I said before. It has the war rooms, it has the coaching staff, it has the draft boards, how each player, it categorizes every player by class and by position, like I said earlier. This magazine here gets me every specific detail. But sometimes you have to get other magazines to compare each magazine. So with that being said, again, this one here is at Lon Sports NFL Draft. Like I said, it has the man on the cover. It says Hitman. That's Myles Garrett on the cover. This magazine here also explains place by place, picture by picture, players, coaching staff. I mean, pretty much the same thing as the first issue that I showed you, but it doesn't have more details. This one here doesn't have the war rooms, don't have the coaching staff, none of that nature. It just tells you about teams and players and the upcoming NFL draft. This what this magazine speaks about. But this might be the last magazine of this year that I'm probably going to buy from this one. I might just stick with the other magazines so you all can have one issue to look at. But like I said, if you want to, you can go out and get your own NFL Draft magazines. You can do your own data watch. You can also break it down if you choose to. This is what I do every year. I've been doing it for the past 20 years in the NFL Draft, going all the way back to the early 90s. I don't have magazines that go that far back, but I just really started buying these magazines probably around 96, 97. And when I started buying them, that's when I actually heard of draft magazines. When I've been seeing them advertised on TV, it gives me all that I need to know. Now, put that on the side. And this one here is Pro Football NFL Draft for 2007 season. As you can see, it has Leonard Fournette on the quarterback. It also has the Kaiser boy from Notre Dame. It also has Myles Garrett on the side. As you can see, the last two magazines that I showed you, it got Leonard Fournette on it or Myles Garrett. Now, this magazine here kind of tells the same story. 250 players ranked and positioned by reports, scouting combines, all that type of stuff. But this here magazine here gets me some okay details about each player. It just doesn't give me enough knowledge of each player because each magazine explains something different. They're not the same. That's why I buy so many magazines, so I get different knowledge of each player and how I choose to break it down. Like I said before, this one here is actually Pro Football Weekly, but they does have a draft magazine they do every year. I've been collecting these for quite some time too. But I don't have many of these, but I do have maybe 4, maybe 5 of these. But this magazine, it's pretty good. I mean, the pages are smooth and everything in it, but it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't give me enough knowledge. Okay, but if you choose to get this magazine, go ahead. That'll be your taste, your quality, but this is how I do my things. And last but not least, this one here is the Lindsay Sports NFL Draft magazine. Now, this one here has Deshaun Watson on the cover. It also has Myles Garrett and Jonathan Adams from the Alabama Crimson Tide. As you can see, it doesn't have Leonard Fournette on it, or the other boy for that matter, but this magazine here is also pretty good. It gives me a little knowledge, but not enough. It also breaks down 330 players, while the other magazines are 220, 230, 240. This has 330 draft players, which means it's over 200 some players coming out of the NFL, coming out of college into the NFL from a small school to a high ranked school. This magazine explains it, and it gives you the top 10 players, and also it also kind of smooth the pages, top quality pages, and it also gives me the mock draft. Now, the last 2 magazines I showed you also gives me the mock draft, but each mock draft is different according to position and players and coaches and teams. This one here particularly just talks about players, and each and every last one of them. It also has the seniors, it has underclassmen, it has 2020 teams and all that type of stuff. This magazine tells it all. I mean, And as you can see, got Myles Garrett right there. Now, this is a guy that a lot of teams are predicting to go #1 overall by the Cleveland Browns. I think I said that earlier in my forecast. But there's quite a few quarterbacks that are being considered in the first round. With this boy, Mitch, Trubisky is his name. Then the other boy, Deshaun Watson, and then the other boy, Mahoney from Texas A&M. Those are your top 3 quarterbacks. A lot of folks are saying that they're going to go between 10 to 20. Maybe, we don't know, but it depends on which team needs a quarterback or starving for a quarterback. But this magazine tells me a whole lot. Give me top 10 watch running backs. I mean, this magazine tells me a little bit more, but not as much as the previous 2 or the first one that I showed you. And so this magazine I might continue to buy along with the one that I get in the mail. So I might get 2 magazines next year for 2018 draft. And well, I just broken down all 4 magazines to you all. I was able to get those, and it's been a blessing for you all to watch my videos. And like I said before, I'm waiting now for the 2017 NFL draft to get started next Thursday. I'm quite sure a lot of you guys are going to be in front of your TV screens watching the draft like me, but I get off at Memphis time or the Eastern time. I get off at 5 o'clock, so by the time I get home, the draft will be coming on. And overall, I'm going to sit here and eat the rest of these raspberries. Now, these are pretty good actually. So, this is your boy. Then no introduction. I'm gonna sit here eat with these raspberries. Peace out, gang. One love, one team, one organization. 37 years going strong, not gonna change. I may have my team logo upside down on my head, but you know what it is. Ain't nothing changed. It's gonna remain the same. Holler at your boy.